Alive in history, your first today. Welcome to Snohomish, Washington. Cat Massey or Cat Macy, welcome. Hey, everybody. Good to have you here. So it was a whole lot darker here just a moment ago. We had such dark clouds and then it rained really hard. And so most of it has moved to the north and to the east. You're most welcome. If we swing it around this way, it's pretty packed in. You're most welcome. In that direction, on a clear day, we'd see the Cascades. Just a moment ago, that hillside in the distance, which now has a spot of sunlight on it, that you couldn't even see it. It was so packed in with clouds just a short, I'd say 10 minutes ago. So I've got a time lapse going right over there on that tripod. Got the tall grass in the foreground, then the barn and the clouds overhead. In fact, we're even seeing peaks of blue sky right now. And we've got another time lapse going right here. Hey, Janine, welcome. And not surprisingly, that time lapse I just showed you has the trees centered. So, Tom, the alert worked. You know what, Tom, I saw you tweet about it, but it's like you were responding to somebody, but I couldn't see who you were responding to, and I didn't know what system you're using for the alert. Anyway, so yeah, feel free to fill me in. I think Dayron just jumped on. Dayron, it was real dark here, as you might well imagine, just a moment ago. And I mean, there was nothing bright like that. There was a sliver, maybe. And I couldn't see Lord Hill. Everything's moved off to the just Twitter. Ah, okay, very good. Twitter notification. Excellent. Gotcha. Thank you, Tom, for explaining. And then things are moving at a kind of hard at first glance to see it, but they're moving right to left at a pretty good pace there. I've got 2 time lapses going. I got a DSLR to shoot stills. And I got a 4th camera, which is this phone that is periscoping. So let's have some fun with it. We might even catch a rainbow. Last time we were down here after a rainstorm here along this stretch of Springhetty Road, right down in the heart of the valley, we saw a magnificent rainbow that lasted so long. Just show you what some clouds are doing aloft here. It's a pretty cool contrast between that lower level darker stuff that's coming in from the right, moving to the left, and at the higher elevation, kind of have that white feathery cloud that is not nearly as windy up there as it is with these lower clouds. Oh, you know what? The time lapse was pretty good. I showed it to Dayron. He liked it. Snohomish County Scanner. But I made the mistake of, I'd recently, that was my first time using my wife's old iPhone, and I downloaded an app to do the time lapse. But I downloaded the trial, and I have the paid version, so it had a watermark on it. So I opted not to upload it. But it turned out pretty nice. It wasn't terribly dramatic. Hey, Bruin11, good to see you. Let's take a look over towards the radio tower. Tom, you might get a real nice sunset on Whidbey Island tonight. Thank you, Bruin11. T. David 820, welcome. Dayron, I might have to look for those towers if I'm out here till it gets dark. Sky is full of clouds on Whidbey. Okay. Well, here's what I'm interested in as I look west. It's just above our horizon here, that break. So I'm wondering if you might get a low break looking west from Whidbey. Let's show you the view to the north. That's a good point, Daron, about those towers. Okay, now we're looking north. I'm really tempted to go up to Dutch Hill and show the view from up really high, looking directly to the south, right over Lord Hill. And if it was clear, we'd see Mount Rainier. It's a good spot. You can also see the lights, I believe, of the state prison in Monroe. Yeah, there are plenty of patchy blue areas now overhead. Let me lift the tripod up. And I'll show you the cell towers. We showed you the radio tower, but maybe you can make out the cell towers there on the top of Lord Hill. Center of your screen. Let's make the shot a little more idyllic, if you will. Except for the pole. Looks like they're still getting hammered with rain to the east of here. Much more light than you do on Whidbey. Okay. Daron, I know you joined late. I don't think you heard me explain it, but one of the time-lapse cameras, actually the iPhone 7, is on that tripod there, using that grass, that tall grass in the bit of the foreground, and framing up the barn that was to our left. But I wanted to point out the view to the east. Normally we'd see mountains on a clear day. We're not seeing any of that. That's the general direction that we saw a great rainbow. It seemed to last about 40 minutes on its north end last time I was down there. You were, huh? Well, Daron, and then we've got got a waterproof case on that baby. Well, I would not be surprised if we get a nice rainbow out here. Usually, when we do see them from here in the valley, it's probably just luck that when I'm down here, they seem to be off this end. The GoPro clone, that's right. So I think what I'll do is go check out Dutch Hill and see if I can't maybe shoot a time lapse or two from up there. But before I leave, let's just show you how quickly just those wispy clouds are moving right along the top of Lord Hill. These are actually seem to be going from left to right, while the clouds high in the sky are going right to left. But those look like smoky fingers of clouds just appearing vertically over the horizon there of the tree line. Can you see how they're moving left to right? More blue sky there. And there. Maybe a triple rainbow. Wouldn't that be sweet? All right. This would probably be a great spot just to keep shooting a time lapse. I'm kind of torn as to whether to go to Dutch Hill or stay here, but I'm always here. Dutch Hill offers another vantage point, a bit of intrigue as well. So I think I'll go check it out. So thank you for checking out this Periscope broadcast. Great to see the familiar faces. Deb, Dayron, Janine, Kelly, Bruin11. Good to have you back. Thank you very much for watching, and I hope to see you again in a bit. Take care, everybody. And Tom, I know you're on Twitter. Bye.